got the snap. Looking into the end zone, trying to find numbers. They got Hayden Shrub for a touchdown. Hayden Shrub got the right there inside the middle of the end zone area and pulled it in for a TD.
Little post pattern by Hayden Shrub off the line of scrimmage, downfield about 7 yards, and cut it right towards the post. Well thrown ball by our quarterback Austin Davis. A nice catch by Hayden Shrub. The Indians get on the board.
Hayden Shrub's going to be doing the PAT work. Micah Carnes is the holder. The kick is up. It is good. 7:39 left to go in the first half. Butler 13, Piqua 7 on the touchdown pass from Austin Davis to Hayden Shrub. Back to pass is Austin. Going to go to the end zone, trying to find Shrub. Shrub's got it! Hayden Shrub got that between two defenders for the touchdown. Oh my! Is Hayden Shrub having a night? And that was awfully well thrown by Austin Davis.
Well thrown, caught in traffic. You couldn't draw it up any better than that. That's the way you draw it up on the chalkboard or the smart board, and the Indians just executed. Vandalia, I'm sure defensive backs are saying, hey, what's going on here?
Hayden Shrub going to try to break the tie. The snap. The kick. It's up. It is good. Piqua 14. Vandalia Butler 13 with 5:17 left to go in the first half.
The ball away from people before when they knew the ball was coming.
Davis back to pass. Going to go to the end zone. Let's see who's down there. A lot of defenders. Almost picked off by one of the Piqua. That was Hayden Shrub, but he couldn't get it. And the clock expires at the half. It's Piqua 14, Butler 13 here on senior night at Alexander Stadium, Perk Field. Center, Whitehouse to the top side and to the near side. Back to pass. Looking to the right side, trying to find Hayden Shrub. Hayden got it! Hayden got that in between 2 or 3 defenders inside the 25-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you, he was well defended, Bob, and was able to reach in there and snap it away.
Yeah, nice job by Hayden. He was running at full gait, then just stopped, paused enough, and came back and reached right between the 2 defenders, came down with the football. Nice throw by Austin, nice catch by Hayden Shrub.
Austin Davis over center. Brown and Smeezing are the running backs. Hand off to Ben Smeezing. Oh! Ben's going to bully his way in for the score. Ben Smeezing put his head down and found the end zone. So the Indians open the second half with a big touchdown. Ben Smeezing over left tackle.
Nice job of blocking up front by the Indians' offensive line. Looked like Brent Lemon, Riley Hill on that left side opened up a hole, and Ben just plowed straight ahead, took it in for the score.
Hayden Shrub for the PAT. Whoa! The snap got away from everybody. Hayden Shrub picked it up at the 25-yard line and was immediately down. I'm not exactly sure I could describe that one, Bob. That's the longest bad snap on an extra point I've seen in quite some time. Score 20-13 with 7:37 left to go in this third quarter. Motter back to pass over the middle. Almost intercepted by Ben Smeezing. Almost intercepted by number 23.
Ben did a nice job reacting, moving to his left. Got his hands on the football, but just couldn't hold on to it. Now Butler's faced with a fourth. They're going to be faced with a fourth down here at the Piqua 31-yard line, and obviously they're going to go for it.
Next route to the top side, Hayden Shrub to the near side. Davis over center. He's going to pass. He's going to try to find Shrub in the end zone. And he does! Hayden Shrub for 6. Oh, Hayden Shrub had a step or two on his defender, Bob, and Austin Davis put it right on the numbers. A beautiful pass, beautiful catch. Indians now a PAT away from tying this one up. You could see when he threw that ball, Hayden was going to get it.
Right, enough air under it, allowed Hayden to run under the football at the back part of the end zone and held on to it. Indians have a chance to tie the game here.
Hayden Shrub. Kick is up. Good. We're tied at 27 with 9:47 left to go in the ball game. Austin Davis is going to operate out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the top side and to the near side. Let's see where they're going to throw the football. Austin's going to go deep, trying to find Hayden Shrub. Hayden Shrub again! Hayden Shrub gets it in the end zone. Oh my! Hayden Shrub has a way of getting beyond his defender by about a step and a half, and Austin Davis threw right in his hand for a score. 4 touchdowns. Austin Davis to Hayden Shrub tonight. What a night those two guys have had, and they've had some helpers as well.
Career night for both of them, Austin Davis and Hayden Shrub. What a way to celebrate senior night. Well thrown ball, nice catch. Boy, you have to give both those guys credit. You have to give the offensive line credit,
That's
too.
right.
Because they kept the white-shirted defenders out of the backfield.
I'm not sure Austin Davis has been sacked, has he?
No.
I don't believe he has. There's a 2-point conversion, and Michael Karn is dropped.
How many times has that happened?
We've had that about a half a dozen times.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about a critical situation. This time of the year, you have to get that center holder situation nailed down. I know their long snapper got hurt a little earlier in the year, but by now you should be able to do that. That has to be an automatic thing, and boy, that can come back to bite you very quickly.
33-27. Indians with a 6-point lead, and I emphasize the 6 because that could be important here with 2:13 left to go in this ball game.
Missed tackles there. Had him hit, just didn't wrap him up. He ran through a couple tackles.
Motter to the far side. Got a receiver inside the 30. Fumble. Fumble recovered by Piqua. Ben Smeezing's running off the field with the football, so I guess Piqua's got it, Bob. I didn't see the fumble, but obviously that was the call. Piqua's going to have it 1st and 10, and Bob, that should wrap it up.
Should.
Oh, what a play deep in Piqua territory.
Right in that series, Vandalia was taking it to Piqua. They were coming
Yes, they
to
were.
Piqua. Great passing attack, and the Indians were back on their heels. And I don't know who put the ball on the ground.
Smeezing stripped it.
Oh, okay. Looked like Smeezing may have stripped it from the receiver. Yeah.
Indians up to the line of scrimmage. They are in absolutely no hurry. The 25-second clock is ticking, but they still have 18 seconds left on that one. So there can be no way that Piqua can lose this one, because Austin Davis takes a knee, and that will probably end it, and it will. 10 seconds left, and the Indians are going to win this one 33-27. Bob, this has been a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, much closer than I thought. It might be a competitive game, but I didn't think it'd come down to this. I really didn't. Vandalia had a shot at winning the game the latter part of the 4th quarter, and obviously a fumble caused that to change direction.
With a 6-point lead, boy, a touchdown and an extra point, and you're on the other side of the ledger.
Yep.
Well, let's see if Coach Krejci is going to visit us here after the ball game. He usually does. He usually is very eager to talk to you about the ball game. It's a little more fun when you win than when you don't win. But by the same token, this has been an awfully good ball game. And I turn around, and guess who's there? There's Coach Krejci. And, Bob, you couldn't wipe that smile off your face with a crowbar.
Coach, I'll start by saying pretty good ball game.
Great ball game.
Huh?
I tell you what, that was it wasn't very good sitting up here watching it as a coach, but I'll tell you what, the kids played well. We were down, we came back, we went ahead, then we were down again and tied. It was back and forth. They played very well. They executed very well.
Oh, yeah.
And it was great to get that fumble at the end. That was the only mistake I think they made the whole night.
One interception.
And
They
the
threw an
interception,
interception, yeah. I'll tell you, looking at Piqua, Austin Davis, Hayden Shrub, what a night for them. Hayden, he's just amazing. Goes up and catches the ball. Of course, Austin gets it to him. Then you have to look at the offensive line, give them credit. They're protecting Austin. So that was the fun part of the offense for Piqua. Sometimes it seems like we struggle to run the football, couldn't get that breakaway thing going. Smeezing had a great night, I think.
He ran hard.
He's his own blocker quite often. Just runs over people, through people. What a football player.
That was pure determination from him. I'll tell you. He was hot. We wanted to ease into it in terms of because he plays both ways and both running backs do, and so we want to try to ease into that running game. But like we did at the end of the Sydney game, we just kept on pounding it, and it turned out it worked very well for us.
We seem to have a little trouble covering the passing plays out in the flat. They'd send their running back out there, Logan Flat, out in the flat, and he caused us some problems.
They executed. You got that's a hard throw. It's the hardest throw that a quarterback has.
That's a long
to
way.
The sideline,
Yeah.
and we want to take away what's easy for him and make him throw hard. And he had a great game. The kid threw the ball very well.
Did they do anything different to try to offensively that you hadn't seen much this year?
Offensively, no. That's basically what they've ran. They've ran it for years, and they put you in a bind with the sprint draw, and and this kid throws the ball very well. And passing wise, throwing the bubbles like they did, usually they couldn't complete that pass because it's a tough pass to complete. And they did very well with it.
And throwing downfield, Brian Johnson, the 6'5" youngster, he's a tough thing to deal with.
I tell you, he's being 6'5", right there at the end, I thought we did a nice job defensing him. We knocked the ball away from him. And, I was real proud of the defense and defensive backs for doing what they did.
On the fumble, it appeared that Smeezing stripped the ball from the ball carrier.
That's what the coaches were talking about there in our office down there. That we watched a replay of it, and that's exactly what happened. That's he did the same thing 2 weeks ago, and gave us the ball back, and just a great play.
And I'm sure you guys work on that drill in practice, stripping the ball away from the receiver. Or
we have a strip drill that we run during our tackling circuit. Yes, sir.
Well, Ben Smeezing, you can't talk enough about him on both sides of the ball. He does a good job for you. Of course, you got quite a few players that are coming out playing hard. Senior night especially, special for them. A nice win for the Indians, and doesn't get any easier. You look down the road, you got Tippecanoe and Troy. Get ready for next week and see how the chips fall.
Well, the great thing about it, we get an extra day to prepare now, so we really appreciate that, and we're going to use our time wisely, and go down there, and hopefully we play better than we did the last time we were there.
Will you scout tomorrow night?
We get that film, but I'm sure we'll get together and go watch things live. Yes.
Do you get more or anything watching it live? I don't want to say more, but do you get anything watching it live versus sitting down watching the tape?
Well, sure, because you can see a little bit better personnel-wise, what their personnel's doing. I think live, it's just, I don't know why that is, but it's just a natural thing that when you see it live, you get a better idea what their personnel is like.
Well, again, Coach, nice win tonight. That's the way you like it. If you're going to have a game like that, you want to turn in your favor. You guys did, made the play you had to at the end. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you next, we won't see you because it's a away game next week.
Okay, buddy.
Take care.
Thank you.
Yep.
Krejci stops by to talk to Bob Luby. Bob, let's talk a little bit about it. Let's talk about it by looking at these stats. You got the stats. Tell us what they look like. You haven't had a chance to look at them for very long, but tell us what it says.
Okay, the final score, obviously, in case you just walked in, it's Piqua 33, Butler 27. First downs, very close. Butler had 22 first downs. Piqua had 21. Rushing yards, Butler rushed 24 times for 87 yards. Piqua rushed 36 times for 180 yards. So Piqua's rushing game picked up a little bit tonight. Passing yards, Butler was 25 for 37, 248 yards. And a lot of that came in the second half. They really picked up their pace a little bit. One interception, of course, from Butler. Piqua, 13 for 26, 222 yards. Total offense, Butler ran 61 plays for 335 yards. Number of plays runs very close. Piqua ran 62 plays for 402 yards. Not a bad night's work, 402 yards. A lot of yardage picked up out on the field tonight. Interceptions, Butler threw the one pick. Punts, Butler only punted once all night, 29 yards. Piqua only punted twice for a 43-yard average. Of course, the one fumble that Butler lost may have cost them the opportunity to win the football game. Penalties, very minimal. Butler penalized 5 times for 45 yards. Piqua 3 times, 25 yards. Possession time, time of possession, Butler had the ball for 24 minutes and 7 seconds. Piqua had the ball for 22 minutes and 26 seconds. So again, very close. Individual stats, Logan Flatt held to less than 100 yards, 21 rushes, 83 yards, average 4 yards a carry. Ben Smeezing for Piqua, 21 carries, 110 yards. He averaged 5.2 per carry.
That had a big night for us, Bob.
Oh, he did, both sides of the ball. There's a guy plays 60 minutes. He's out there the whole time. Devon Brown, 11 carries, 65 yards. He averaged 5.9 per carry. So both Smeezing and Brown had really, really good nights. As we mentioned, passing, Motter passed for 248 yards for Butler. Austin Davis passed for 222 yards for Piqua. Pass receiving. It was a big night for both teams. Jack Mitchell for Butler, 9 receptions, 90 yards. Jake DeMoss, 5 receptions, 39 yards. Brian Johnston, 4 receptions, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. Logan Flatt, 4 receptions, 32 yards. For Piqua, Hayden Shrub, wow, career night. He'll want to watch this game over and over again. He may want to go to the matinee to see this one. Hayden Shrub, 8 receptions, 149 yards, 4 touchdowns.
It was a terrific night for.
Oh my, 4 touchdowns for a wide receiver. Boy, you'll relive this one for many days. Devon Brown had 2 receptions, 15 yards. Derek Kite, 1 reception, 42 yards. And at the end, they said the ball hit the ground, which I'd have to respect the pass thrown to Derek. But that was a nice attempted catch by him. Ben Smeezing, 1 catch, 15 yards. Micah Karn averaged 43 yards on his 2 punts, and Butler only punted once for 29 yards. Tackles, Micah Karn had 14 tackles. He was busy guy tonight. And Ben Smeezing, on the other side of the ball, he had 11 tackles. James Congdon, 7. Megan Kuhn had 7. Big win for Piqua. As we always say, it wasn't the prettiest. And, we talk about paintings, and it wasn't a Michelangelo or Picasso. What do we always used to say, Dwayne? It was a paint by numbers, maybe, but it was a win. It was a win, and that's what counts.
The statistics were pretty even, simply because the ball game was pretty even, 33 to 27. You'd almost guess that the statistics were not going to be dominated by either team based on what we saw out there tonight.
But I'll be real honest with you. That last series when Vandalia had the football, I was concerned
I was very concerned too.
because of the way they moved it. It was a systematic movement down the field, short pass out of bounds, short pass out of bounds, but it was consistent. And you have to like Mason Motter, Vandalia's quarterback. He throws the ball well. I thought he was a very good quarterback.
And again, Bob, the difference being a 6-point game, you score a touchdown, you can win it with an extra point, and that's what made it even more exciting. But that fumble was huge, obviously. Well, that's the story tonight from Alexander Stadium with the final score, Piqua 33, Vandalia Butler 27. We'd like to thank the Piqua City Schools, the Piqua Athletic Department, Piqua head coach Bill Neath, athletic director Chip Hare, media teacher Damian Skeens, A.J. Ganger, our director and TriCaster, and the students of Piqua High School that helped us film this game. Again, the final score tonight was Piqua 33, Vandalia Butler 27. Until the next time, this is Dwayne Bachman, along with Bob Luby, saying, good night, everybody.